What's up lads, I'm Peebsie and I'm here today to do something a little new, art criticism. I thought I would try doing this because it's just something that isn't fairly done within the DeviantArt community. Instead of being judged on how a drawing is done, people judge art on what the subject is. Say now furry, or I don't know, an Undertale OC, which are perfectly fine. I don't really care, just whatever floats your boat. But a lot of these times the art is judged based on what they are, and I just don't find this fair. So instead I'm going to do something a lot different, which is judging how you draw, and I will also try to make improvements to how you could just, you know, tweak it a little. To begin with, I will be looking at CalinePanda's artwork. Now, Caline is new-ish to DeviantArt, and I would like to make a shout out to her, as her art is really good actually. I think you all should check her out, and she definitely deserves all the love and attention. Okay, so now on to the art piece. The art piece I we're looking at is this GIF she drew. It is of course a furry piece, and overall I was drawn to this piece because of the colours and the way you have used them. Overall, technically, this drawing is actually pretty good. The colours, as previously mentioned, are really good. I mean, I have a preference for cutesy pastels, but the way you subtly shade within this makes it all the more appealing to me. As far as pastels, I think subtle colours are a match made in heaven. Your lining is really crisp, it's very clean, and honestly, I'm jealous. I have such a messy style in comparison, and I can't help but admire the way you line your drawing. It also is very detailed and has a nice use of variety of lines. Well, for improvements, there's not much to say. Only very slight tweaks that I would probably do. I have an issue, and this may be just me, when the colour is darker than the lining colour, if you notice here. If this situation occurs when the colour itself is darker than the lining colour, I would recommend either darkening the overall lining of just the entire drawing, or just to darker the colours, the colour of the lining I mean, where it is just darker there. There, I think it just looks better to me. This is just a minor piece of advice. Although I like the use of the subtle shading, I think you could just push it further and go a bit more extravagant with the shading, a bit more dramatic, I guess you could say. Play with the colours, darker, lighter, slide the hue to get interesting effects. I'll show a tutorial, well not really a tutorial, but just in case you don't know how to do that, I'll just show like how you can just play around with colours a bit. Perhaps look at some colouring tutorials if you want. I think that would be a really good idea. There's also some slight, ever so slight anatomy improvements. I mean, I find it really hard to like criticise the furry piece because they don't really have a set anatomy, but I feel like you can improve the feet, but back paws. I just feel like they would work better if you showed a bit of the feet instead of just the toesies. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'll give a little diagram. Here's a little diagram. There it is. It's very pretty. Other than that, it's a very solid piece. I definitely think you are taking the right path, and keep going. You know, keep on practicing. Like we all need to.